Now, it's strange that I'm the only one presenting these kind of ideas, apparently, at least in the media. I mean, this is so obviously evidential and based upon our own understanding of competition in nature and history and everything. But everyone's going off in all directions, trying to unite this with their philosophical views or political agenda. So everyone's off in the weeds, beating around the bush, not going into the bush. But the most elemental questions are being answered here in a way that's very understandable to us. People think, oh, they're incomprehensible, we'll never understand why they're here, what they're doing. That's ridiculous, because behavior denotes intent. It's not what people say, it's what they do. The intent of being hidden in the world, avoiding our militaries, avoiding human awareness, taking people against their will, and I'll be talking about that, and using them to some kind of program of hybridization. This is all evidential now. It's come out. So the demonstrations of contact are very evidential. And reports of sightings and unknown objects are being demonstrated all over the world. Even on a formal level, about 50,000 of them are being recorded in databases a year by the public. How many are recorded by the military? Well, that could be 100 or 1,000 times bigger than that. And there's growing evidence of invasive, non-consensual inter-person contact, abductions with missing time experiences associated with them. And the people who are taken are given screen memories, so they don't really remember what happened to them. Only kind of a good narrative, like, well, they helped me, or they were good, or we did good things together. But they have to live with the trauma of their experience for the rest of their lives. I mean, these people will never be willing or able to uncover what really happened to them in these experiences. But this is for interbreeding. If the intervention can't live here, it needs human beings who can be aligned to them fully. Human body, alien mind, or alien-focused mind, to do their work for them here. Clearly, 8 billion unruly and often dangerous human beings can't do that. Not for them. So there's been interference in our military or nuclear facilities that shows a force and presence. 1982 in Ukraine, what is now Ukraine, what was the Soviet Union, a large craft entered the proximity of a nuclear launch facility and set the missiles to launch remotely. And the staff feverishly tried to shut it down and were unable to do so. And finally, in the last moment before launch, the alien craft switched it off and flew away. What is that? Is that a friendly force here saying, don't do that? No, this says, we control you, you don't control us. We can also launch your nuclear weapons too, by the way, whenever we want, at least from bases like that. So this is very aggressive behavior, because any force that's going to come here and establish itself is aggressive. These are not loving, quiescent beings who live in peace and harmony. These are resource explorers, economic collectives, hunters for resources. So their behavior denotes intent, secrecy, interference with our military establishments, taking people against their will, sowing false narratives about who they are with certain people, some of their representatives, is sowing the seed that they're here for good, even though they don't do any good. That's substantial. They can claim we're the source of all your discoveries, but that's just a narrative. It doesn't mean anything. So there's a common error in understanding this I'd like to speak about. And that is, if they're not attacking us, they must be here to benefit in some way. But that's illogical, because attacking us one extreme, serving us is another extreme. What happens to all the other possibilities in between? Nobody's going to attack us because they destroy the value of the world and us, and maybe even themselves. And there is no evidence they're really here to do anything for us, except try to manipulate us from their hidden presence, which, by the way, is in oceans now. It's very good, because apparently human science only has 5% of the world's oceans mapped. So they can reside out there. We never know where they are exactly.